How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of more Pilsner time. Other half Pilsner time in the form of Other Half Brewing's Crickets. Yeah, I have not had this before. This is the second Pilsner I've had from Other Half. They did a collaboration Pilsner with Trillium called, what the hell was the name of it? Possibly of Interest. I reviewed that around the summertime, and I dug it. I liked it. It was very, it had very kind of deep-seated core traditional elements to it, but just barely kind of skirted outside of that. Gave a little bit of its own kind of flair to the beer. And I thought it was quite nice. The only poopy thing about it was its price point. It was 16 bucks for a 4-pack. I actually don't know what this costs for a 4-pack. It comes courtesy of my buddy Keith, my ex-Other Half Connect. He actually made the joke. He came over last night. We had like a kind of house party here. By house party, I mean a house with people in it. I don't throw house parties. I'm old. But he came back from Other Half. He dropped it off. He's like, I had to go get some Other Half because you called me your ex-Other Half Connect. Anyway, he picked us up, dropped us off, and so I have no idea what it costs. I assume it's probably right around the same price point, but we're going to review it and see what's what. Here we go. Other Half Brewing Company. Crickets Pilsner, 5.1% alcohol by volume. This was canned on 10/23. It is 10/26 today, I believe. Close enough. And so yeah, it's only a couple days old, and that's that. I dig the label. It's just a white label, little cricket on it going chirp. So yeah, Crickets. I assume they're calling it Crickets because it's a Pilsner and they assume people aren't going to line up for it, so it's like nobody's clamoring for it. That's the inside joke I think they're trying to do there, but I dig the label. It's plain simple. I mean, Other Half labels have always been kind of like on point as far as artistic style. Sure, they kind of get very on the nose when it comes to the kind of hipster Pilsner. That's funny. Hipster kind of vibe with geometric patterns and all that kind of stuff, but I still dig them. Good art is good art. At least that's what I say. So what do we have here? We have a nice golden hue, a soft snow globy carbonation, a little bit like of really creepily Dirty Glass Mafia, like 1 or 2 bubbles. I clean my glasses, so I don't know what's going on. It's a problem here with the water at my house. Anyway, pinky finger, quarter of a pinky finger actually, just off white head. So yeah, she looks like a Pilsner. You know, no surprises here. So let's see if we can get a nose on her. Okay. This is pretty hop driven. It's not over the top hop. It's a Pilsner. It's soft. It's got a little bit of Pilsnery, kind of white crackery kind of maltiness to it. Nothing too crazy, with a little bit of soft, typical kind of bittering, spicy, noble hoppiness that you expect from a Pilsner. It has that to a T, but there's just ever so slight as a bit of an elevated fruity component, a less of a lagering vibe off of it than I got off the last one. Not as much of that kind of funky, kind of sulfury, kind of lager yeastiness you get. Just more of a clean, almost kind of ale-like vibe to it, but in Pilsner form. Let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh, that is pretty vibrant hop-wise, actually. Wow. Okay. It's very like tropical fruity. Very kind of, you get that kind of spicy, old school kind of hoppiness. But on the other end of things, get this nice bright kind of tropical fruitiness. Again, it's very in line with the level of the beer. I'm not saying you're getting this huge punch to the face of this over-the-top crazy hoppiness. No, for its beer, for its 5%. For being a Pilsner, that hop is showing very tropical. I wouldn't call it a hoppy beer. I just say the hops are showing very tropical. Yeah, very new school hop-wise in a fun way. The old one, I believe, the one they did with Trillium was a little bit more kind of berry jams, just slightly elevated past that very traditional kind of Pilsner. This one goes beyond that in the hop realm. It's not that new school over-the-top hop thing that a lot of people do with Pilsner. It's still Pilsner at its core, and a really tasty one at that, but it just adds that extra component of that kind of new school, kind of fruity, kind of tropical hoppiness on top of a really nice, solid Pilsner base, albeit, you know, just a little bit kind of skirting the edges of it and not having a lot of like kind of Pilsner lager vibes to it, but still tasty stuff. It's a delicious beer. And it's kind of that weird world to live in to where this is a great beer. This is a great Pilsner. This is what I want to drink when I want to drink a bunch of beers. But you're talking about that price point. You're talking about that $16 4-pack price point. It just sucks, man. It just sucks. But it's tasty, well done, clean. There's no flaws to it. It definitely rides that traditional road, but definitely takes a veer off into the new school land with the way those hops kind of show tropical. It's tasty. Tasty as hell. Delicious. And definitely worth trying. Especially, I mean, I got a 4-pack. Me and Keith just kind of swap beers back and forth, so it's not like money's exchanging hands. But if I saw this on draft for, a couple bucks at a bar, I would not hesitate to give it a chug. 5 times. This is what I want to drink for about a couple hours before I go on an all-night New York kind of rager. Because I do those so often. I don't do those ever. I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, this dude is weird. Anyway, so there you go. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better Pilsners I've had as of late? Yeah. Even if it is kind of takes that veer off into kind of new school land, it does it in a very respectful way to where it's still a Pilsner, but it has that kind of hot presence going on that kind of takes it to a next level. So I dig that. Value to availability, its other half, like I said, probably 16 bucks-ish for a 4-pack. That kind of sucks when it comes to a Pilsner. And leave you with, if you like what we like this, if you like Pilsners, if you like new school hops, but you want them in a drinkable, tight and tidy package that's small and chuggable. Right there. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Pilsner right now. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.